Well, hello and welcome to the Waters and Stanton video channel. My name's Peter Waters, G30JV. I wanted to give you an update on the IC705, but I should explain that I'm using an ICOM IC9700 here, and I feel as if I've just climbed a mountain. I use Mac computers, and whilst Mac computers are very, very good for photography and for music, they're not so user-friendly when it comes to integrating with a radio. I thought I'd try FT8 because I haven't actually used FT8, and I thought I really must try it just to see how it works. And trying to get a Mac computer to talk to a radio is not absolutely straightforward. I think it could well be the subject for a future video. But anyway, it's been great fun. I mean, I try to do things I haven't done before while being in this sort of lockdown period, so the idea of FT8 came up, and I'm quite impressed with it. I'm not sure that I'm hooked onto it, but I'm quite impressed with it. Anyway, enough of FT8. I really wanted to talk to you about the IC705. Now, this particular transceiver has had great exposure in recent months because ICOM announced it last year, middle of last year, that it was coming, and we all expected it to come around about Christmas or early part of this year, and clearly it hasn't happened. There's obviously a very, very good reason why it hasn't happened. And I think most normal people would understand why we still haven't got the IC705. In actual fact, the latest information, here we are, beginning of June 2020. Now, the latest information, which is in print, is that ICOM Japan will start producing the 705 for Europe in July, and supplies should start to come through into the UK during August. I've no reason to doubt that. I think that probably is an absolute, 99% guarantee. But it's also had some bad publicity, which I think is a great shame, and it is undeserved. Earlier this year, there was an advert that appeared in Radcom, and it said, "Life is too short for QRP." Well, I think that upsets quite a lot of people. Not to mention, of course, the people that were waiting for the IC705. And of course, there is an awful lot of people that enjoy QRP. It's part of ham radio, it's part of the challenge, working stations with low power. I think I mentioned before, if I was a fisherman, I'd probably get quite a lot of enjoyment sitting with a hook on the end of a line and maybe get one or two fish during the day. I could put a whacking great big net in the water and get loads and loads of fish. Rather like ham radio. I could run a linear, I could run a kilowatt and a 3-element Yagi on top of a tower and do very well. But not everybody gets the same pleasure from that. A lot of people like to work the other end of the scale. Low power, challenge, see what you can do on low power. Look at Whisper. A statement that ICOM have made very recently is that despite what we'd hoped for, the IC705 won't have 4 meters on it. Now, I know that it was expected, and a lot of people will probably be a bit disappointed. But I was really amazed when I found that there was somebody involved in the ham radio market trying or attempting to get up a petition to present to ICOM that it was unreasonable and a shame that the ICOM 705 would not have 4 metres on it. Let's look at it logically. ICOM said it was going to have 4 metres on it, and I believe that they did intend to put 4 metres on it. I mean, it's not as if they can't do it. They've done it with the 7300, they've done it with the IC 7100. So we know that ICOM can do it. It's more likely that they hit a problem, a technical problem, or at least a problem that prevented them putting 4 metres on. It was not a market decision. I'm sure it wasn't a marketing decision. It was a decision that had to be made because of some technical problem that they had. Now, the IC 705 is very heavily based on firmware, so it is not beyond the realms of possibility that it could be added at a later date. I don't know. But what I do think is a shame is to try and organise a petition against a manufacturer that has really supported ham radio over the years, and I mean years. ICOM have been going ever since I was in ham radio business, and I've been in it for 45 years. It's headed up by Mr. Inouye, hence ICOM, Inouye Communications. Now, he is an amateur radio enthusiast and has always been an enthusiast. ICOM is a big company now. They make marine radios, they make commercial radios. They probably could survive quite happily without ham radio, except that the heart and soul of the business originally was ham radio, headed up by Mr. Inouye, and that carries on today. It's been a great company for ham radio. It's produced some wonderful radios. The most recent example, of course, in terms of success, is the ICOM IC 7300. There's no other radio in the world for ham radio that's enjoyed so much popularity in the last 2 or 3 years, and it came in at a price which was competitive. It came in with technology that was revolutionary. So that's my view. You may disagree with me, but I personally think ICOM are a great company. They've done a lot for ham radio, and the last thing you want to do is to try and hammer them because they haven't put something on the radio that quite clearly was a problem. It wasn't that they decided not to, it was a problem. What I'm going to do to finish this video off is to take some snippets from a video that was shot by ICOM US. I'm sure they won't mind. It was headed up by Ray Novak, who is the CEO of ICOM in USA, and some excellent shots there of what the IC 705 promises. So let's take a look at the IC 705. We know that it exists, we've seen the prototypes, we know roughly what it's going to do. It's going to be quite an amazing radio, even if it hasn't got 4 meters. So let's take a look.
W5KD. Well, there we are. Apologies for the somewhat twee music. It was something I composed about 3 or 4 years ago for a children's video, and I just sort of dragged it to go underneath the shots there. So I think the word is, let's not have complaints, let's have compliments for the IC705 and for ICOM. They certainly are the leading manufacturer when it comes to 4 meters, even if they have currently not featured it on the IC705. There we are. I think that a lot of people will still want the IC705 because what it offers, it's almost like an amalgam of the IC7300 and the IC9700. I mean, there are differences, of course. The IC9700 covers 23 SEMS, and the 9700 is SDR. The IC705 is SDR on HF, but not on VHF and UHF. It down converts. And I did spot that there is a GPS sign on the display. That would suggest that there is a GPS receiver built in. Now, I don't know for sure, but that would seem to indicate. It's also got an SD card slot and so forth, so it's got an awful lot going for it. In a very small package, it's a pretty powerful package for those that want to go outside in the field and enjoy themselves with portable operation, or maybe mobile operation as well. There we are. So, thanks for watching this video. We're all sitting here with bated breath waiting for the 705 to arrive. August seems to be the landing date now, so fingers crossed. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching this video and for your support. Also, if you want to subscribe, don't forget to press the button on the right hand side there. As usual, enjoy your ham radio, keep safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.